to my channel. Today is going to be a fun video. I'm going to read like it's my 9 to 5. That means is I'll read for 50 minutes and take a 10-minute break. So every top of the hour to like the 50-minute mark, I'll read and then take a break. The benefit of this day in particular is nothing says a reading day more like a rainy day. So that's what we're doing. It just happens to have been planned for today. So I'm good with this. But first things first, I always start my day with the stack of devotionals and leadership stuff that you guys saw at the beginning of this video. And I will do that and then get into some of my fiction and maybe even some nonfiction. Devotions and leadership reading took that whole time, but it was perfect timing because I literally just finished a minute before the timer went off. I know y'all will be in shock, but I think I'm going to pick up this one that I got for Christmas because I'm not sure if I'm going to like it, but I've really wanted to read it for so long, so I'm just going to try it and get into it. So far, this book is like catching up with old friends. I love it. Includes like all of the main Jane Austen characters, and they're all gonna be staying in this one place, and it's so fun. And it's like later on in their lives, so they all have kids. Well, most of them have kids, and it's just an imagined story of what happens next in all of their lives, and it's just so fun. And then there will be like references to the actual books in here, and it's just, I don't know, it's so fun. I'm really enjoying it so far. I am on page 31, so decent progress. It is a little bit slower. It's very much written in the same writing style, so it does take a little bit more to read, but it's so fun. Chapter 4. The chapters are longer. This is page 67, and it's so interesting because like everyone has a reason that they would want to get rid of Mr. Wickham. Obviously, it makes it like it's not just like Darcy, it's not just like one person, but like everyone could have a motive. And I'm just really interested to see how this plays out. Okay, now it's almost 1 o'clock, which means it's time for me to take about an hour for a lunch break / get stuff done that I'm wanting to do. I have gotten to page 87, but I am starting to zone out a little bit. It's not like the story's fault, it's just I need to focus. But I do think that I want to pick up with another book after I eat lunch. So I'm going to put this down probably, maybe I'll change my mind, but I think I am going to pick something else up after lunch. So we'll see what that is in a little bit. So I looked at the YouTube poll, and what the most people voted for was the longest on my TBR. So I looked at my Goodreads to see what physical fiction book has been longest on my TBR, and I was very pleased by what I found. None other than one that I also picked up yesterday at a little free library. I am gonna try this after lunch. Stay tuned, I hope I like it. Okay, yeah, this is definitely intense, and we haven't quite gotten to the part where the girls go out to the glacier, but they're kind of giving the backstory and like the events of the day before, so we're building up to it, and yeah, we'll see what happens. I guess this has sections, but it doesn't have chapters. But I am on page 62 and it's all about to go down. Like they're about ready to leave. And it's so gripping and like you just want to know like what happened. Does she make it through? Does she save the world? Like what is gonna happen? I don't know. We'll see. Also, cozy blanket vibes are definitely a thing at the moment. Okay, and with that, it's time to pull out the tabs because there have been so many quotes that I wish I'd tabbed throughout this book, and now there are 2 on the same page, and I'm like, okay, it's time. Okay, I've really been enjoying reading today, but this is the first time that the break timer's rung and I don't want to stop reading, but I'm going to take my break. And I was thinking of picking up a nonfiction for the last like hour that I'm doing this, but I'm gonna keep reading because they just got started on their journey and I don't know what's gonna happen. Definitely very intense and dark in a way that it's like supposed to be this utopia world, and it's essentially a community that blames everything on women, says that that's like the way God wants it. That's essentially what's going on here. And so then these girls, when they're 16, they get shipped off for the grace year, wherever they're going. And no one talks about it, no one knows what it is, but we're about to find out, so... pretty good progress, and it doesn't look like I'm that far into it, but I feel like if I had started this morning, there's a chance I could have finished it because I feel like I'm flying through it. More intense. This one girl is just the worst. Oh my gosh, I spoil things, but she's basically like the cult leader of these girls who have gone out in the woods, and she's the worst. Okay, anyway, what are you guys reading lately? Let me know. Have you read this? This is still so intense. Okay, technically that's it, but it's not 5 o'clock yet, so I have at least 10 more minutes I can keep reading. And then I need to fix whatever's happening here and get ready to go. Hey guys, it is much later. I just got home. So cold out there, but that was my read like it's my 9 to 5. I actually really like this and I might try to do it again, maybe not necessarily on video, although in the future I guess I could do like a week of this. I made good progress in these 2 books and I'm really excited to get back into them. Like, I think I'm more excited to get back into the Grace Year just because it's so anticipated and flies so fast. Like, I've got to know what's going on. Then, like, I also want to be back with our friends from all of Jane Austen's books. I will say, with this one, I would recommend that you have a good or a decent working knowledge of at least some of Jane Austen's books. Like, I would say definitely have read some of them before going into this. I mean, you could go into it without having read any of her books, but I think that it gives you a greater appreciation. But then this one, you can just dive right in, and I read I think it was in like 2-3 hours, I read 126 pages. Like, I literally am flying through that one, and I really can't wait to get into both of these again. I'm gonna try to feature these in the next vlog, but the next video that I am doing is online quizzes tell me what to read, so I'm gonna try to weasel these ones back in there. But I also am gonna be trying to pick up some of my nonfiction and then we'll see if there are any other books that get into that video. But that is everything. Please give this a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new so you don't miss the next video. Comment below and let me know if you've read either of these and what you thought, or if you want to read either of these. Okay, that is everything. Thank you guys so much for being here, and I'll talk to you all next time.